In this week's episode, it all comes to a head. For months, Anthony has been warning that a civil war was brewing inside the Star Wars fandom, and alas, it looks like that day is finally here. The fandom is tearing itself apart from the inside like so much Kylo Ren, and it's the last straw. What does this mean for the podcast? Should we have a contest to pick a new name? Does anyone other than Anthony even care? When am I going to pay attention so that I'm not always the last one to know things? Also, Pixar Pier disappointments, The Incredibles dominates box office, Dark Dumbo teaser, and more on this abominable episode of the MousePIRE Podcast.
I'm Anthony.
I'm Diggs.
I'm Tim. Welcome to MousePIRE, your source for Disney, Star Wars, and everything in between. This is the podcast where both empires collide. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the MousePIRE Podcast.
Hey, what's going on? Uh-oh.
The apprentice lives.
What is this?
You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
Think up me how to show up.
You never had a friend like me.
Some imagination, huh?
Made you look.
Happy birthday!
Whose birthday this?
No one's birthday.
It is, because as always, you were wrong.
Of course.
Today is the 20th anniversary of Mulan.
Oh.
Came out 20 years ago today, as well as X-Files, the first X-Files movie, Fight the Future.
Pretty much two things no one cares about.
I care about it because I bring it up because I saw both of them back-to-back that day,
Oh.
the opening day. I went and saw Mulan, and then I jumped out. I paid for X-Files, and we got in and watched X-Files.
You actually got out in line and paid again?
Well, yeah, because I'm not a horrible person.
How does going to a movie without paying make you a horrible person? Who's the victim?
David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson.
Got paid anyway.
We're not going to have a moral debate about...
No, I mean, I'm very,
Movie
very
hopping.
curious. If you pay for one movie
Wait, let me get this
and
straight.
then you go see another second movie,
is he,
you
is he
still have
talking
paid to
shit
get
to
in.
me for being honest?
Yes. When it comes to movies, yes. I'm just saying. I'm not saying everyone should do it all the time. But like, if you're already inside, why would you inconvenience yourself by leaving to give them more money? Wouldn't you just buy a bunch more snacks? Then they're getting your money twice.
So yeah, Mulan, 20 years ago today. Anybody else see it opening day?
No, I did not.
Okay.
You're the only one here old enough to remember that it was opening day.
I actually...
No, Diggs is too. I'm just saying.
I don't think I was all into that at that time to go see, movies like that. Like Disney movies, I wasn't really into going to see the Disney movie that...
I was a Disney nerd, but I was like a Disney Parks nerd.
I was actually more going for X-Files. And I said, hey, this Disney movie looks pretty good. I think I'll go ahead and see it too. Or else I had like a full day, or I was trying to get out of the house for a day or something. I don't remember why.
All the more reason not to pay twice.
You know what? Shut up. Yeah, I don't remember why I happened to go see both of those at the same day. But yeah, I think it's one of the only times I've ever seen two different movies in the same day.
Cool.
I've seen the only time?
One, yeah, I think so. I'm not really big on doing that, and definitely I'm not a movie hopper cheater like obviously you are. Well. And I have seen Star Wars movies multiple times. I saw Phantom Menace, and I know I saw Attack of the Clones the same day. Like
one of those pay once to see all of them kind of thing? Or?
No. I saw the same movie twice in one day.
Oh.
Opening day. I saw Phantom Menace once in the morning, and then once in the evening, and then Attack of the Clones I actually saw not two consecutive, but pretty close to two consecutive showings at the Chinese theater.
So you just refused to get up?
No, I got up, and we went over to McDonald's, had food, and then we went back and got in line.
Oh, all right.
And saw it again. Hey, so speaking of Star Wars...
Speaking
of Star Wars, I'm done. I'm mad. In fact, you can say, I'm mad as hell, and I ain't gonna take it anymore. I have been talking for how long now? Have I been talking about how Star Wars is imploding from within? About how there's a fight going on in Star Wars and how it's going to make Star Wars explode from inside, or at least fandom. I've been talking about it for a long time, and I've been warning to nobody listening that...
I've been listening.
Have you really, though?
I have.
Usually you don't listen. So, I mean, if you have been listening...
When it comes to the implosion
I
of
do
Star Wars, I absolutely
appreciate it.
have.
Because I have been talking for nigh on 6 months. I have been talking about the imminent implosion of Star Wars, and
now it's time for Rantony.
It's here, and it's come, and I'm not only are we at the point where there's good versus evil, you guess you could say bad, good versus bad, right versus wrong, where you have the side of Star Wars who are the support of diversity and women and people of color and everything in Star Wars. Then you got the people over on this side, which are, no, we don't want no women. We want all men in Star Wars. Man, man, man. Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars. Man, man, man. And you got all those people on that side, and then the ones all like, oh, Daisy Ridley, she can't act. She's a Mary Stu, blah, 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 blah. And you got other people on our side where she's like, shut up, shut up, shut up. Don't say that. You're wrong. It's not even, though, down to that anymore. Now it's splintering off where you got people on the good side, which now say they don't like Last Jedi because they feel that Luke Skywalker wasn't presented right, and it's like, you're stupid because you don't know anything about the character, and you're all just imagining things from when you were a kid, and you don't even know anything about what's going on. So you got all these people over on this side, they're like, oh, you guys are not, this is not how Luke Skywalker should be. You've made Luke Skywalker into a little female bitch. All you do is make your man characters into little wussy females because it's all about females and female blah, blah, blah. And then you got the people who are supposedly on the good side, but they're like, oh, but Last Jedi, it ruined Star Wars, and they start calling people Ruin Johnson, and then you got people over on the other side who are supposedly bad, but they actually like Last Jedi, and I'm like, what does this even mean? And then you got people on our side that are trying to make cases for things, but they're not including diversity. Star Wars is like Kylo Ren, being torn into a bunch of different directions, and it's going to come to a head. And it's obviously no coincidence that everything that's happening with Star Wars is basically parallel with the same problems that we're having in our country. And it's, there's no denying that there's parallels there, and that the reason that this has really gotten worse in the last 6 months or past year is because certain types of people have been enabled into think it's okay to speak out like this, especially the racists and the homophobes and the sexists, and all of them all think that they're enabled to be able to say all this stuff. But, it's just Star Wars is being torn in all these different directions, and it's just like all Star Wars people are just fighting on Twitter. You got podcasts that are fighting against each other, calling names, and just all kinds of hatred being thrown here and there. It's all being thrown around like shit in a monkey cage.
Whoa, that's heavy.
Depends on the shit.
Exactly.
Depends on the monkey in the cage.
Exactly. But it's just like, it's time to say goodbye to Star Wars.
Goodbye where?
It's time to say goodbye to Star Wars. It's time to say goodbye to Star Wars in this podcast. Right now, we are not MousePIRE anymore. I'm not going to talk about Star Wars again on this podcast. I'm done with Star Wars. Probably when the next movie comes out, I will go see it. But I'm not going to pay any more attention to Star Wars news, anything. We're not going to talk about Star Wars at all. We're not going to have the solo review show. Screw that shit. I don't care anymore. Whatever. Who cares? This is it. This is it. We will come up with a new name for the podcast. And if you don't like it, well, that's too freaking bad. I came up with the name MousePIRE, so whatever. So, yeah, that's it. I'm done. It's time to say goodbye. I'm metaphorically going to get up and leave Star Wars right now, but you have fun and goodbye. Okay, I'm leaving now. Bye. Star Wars, it's been nice knowing you. I'm going to get on a train and take the next some to non-Star Warsville. I'm going to be paying attention more to it's all about Star Trek, Doctor Who, stuff where, there's not so many horrible damn
What about Lost in
fans
Space?
and stuff like that. It's just I'm done with it. And Star Wars, it's been a nice run, but goodbye. Goodbye forever.
Try
Goodbye.
the Orville. The Orville's good too.
All right, I'm back.
Back again.
Back again. But
Calmer.
no, I'm fine. I'm fine. Just as Disney only. Disney only. Disney is happy, even though the stupid people say that Disney ruled Star Wars. But no, I'm okay.
I just think that you
I'm
need
okay.
to stick to like official Star Wars news and stop reading these blogs and stuff. That's your solution, man. All you got to do is stay off of the. Yeah, but I'm not saying
You should.
I'm not saying that Disney should change anything for me, except maybe Fantasmic. But
Exactly.
I'm just saying, calm down, stay off of the chit-chatting with stuff that makes you angry and makes your blood pressure go up. We're already concerned about your blood pressure. We've talked about this
But it's
before.
all there. Anyways,
All
so
the pressure is there, yeah.
Star Wars is done. We're done with Star Wars. Hey,
For
you know
now.
what's not Star Wars? The Incredibles.
That-
Breaking records.
Yes, it broke some records. I don't believe the records they broke because I think it's all false.
Really?
I actually don't have those numbers. So
The record that said that they broke, they
The largest opening weekend, basically.
made $180 million. But we all know that that's an estimate because there's people who bought tickets after they said that the record is 180. So it had to be more than that, obviously.
They always do that, though.
Yeah.
Usually when they come out with the numbers on Sunday, it's including an estimate of the rest of the Sunday.
That's what I don't like. I mean, because the numbers were out way before I went to go see the movie.
Right, but we should have numbers from yesterday, though, the official numbers.
Yeah,
for the
maybe you
weekend.
can look that up.
While you're talking,
But
I'll
I know
try to
for
get that.
I know for a fact that it beat Finding Dory. Dory was,
Frozen.
but no, Finding Dory was the number one opening of whatever the thing is. I'm sure Anthony will find out, and that was 137 million, I believe, and this was 180. I don't know. We'll get the numbers soon, but we're going to talk about the movie because I saw it
I saw it.
and Tim saw it,
Yeah.
and Tim went to downtown Disney to say goodbye.
One of the very I saw the last Dolby, I think it was the last Dolby showing at Downtown Disney. It's a little sad. People were all hyphy. I got into a little
Hyphy?
Yeah, they were
What's
getting
hyphy?
hyphy. Like were there like I think a little people were a little they were a little on edge.
Oh,
Okay, here we go. I got the number is Incredibles 2 open to 182.6 million.
okay.
A record for an animated film, beating Dory's 135. And also a record for a PG-rated title.
Interesting.
Smashing record.
It is also the 8th best opening of all time, just ahead of Captain America's Civil War.
Right.
So it actually beat that too. And then through Monday, it brought it up to 206 million,
Cool.
making it the 7th best 4-day run, ahead of Ultron and Civil War.
Let's just hope it keeps going and smashes all the Frozen records.
It's the second best ever Monday in June, behind Jurassic World from 2015.
I mean, I will say it was pretty fantastic. What you didn't get was that I didn't get that sense of cheesiness that you get in sequels sometimes.
Well, I just want to say that
Cartoon sequels specifically.
I really love the movie.
Yeah, I did too.
I think it was way better than the first one.
At least equal, if not better. Yeah. in
I
my
would say
opinion.
better. And the only reason I say better is because it was,
Because of Jack Shack?
yes, that's one reason, but it was funny. It was like so funny You know, instead of them just trying to focus on, you know, a storyline and you know, trying to get the villain, this and this.
It was all of it.
Yeah.
There was the story, the villain, the action, the parenting. It was all
right.
And it went back and forth and back and forth. It was like, I loved it. I thought it was
also
great.
the fastest animated film to 200 million.
Damn.
Ooh.
Can we real quick talk about the whole seizures thing?
Was
I didn't have one.
way overplayed.
Maybe not. Certain people react to things different. You cannot say that it was overplayed because you don't know how people react.
I know that no one's actually had a seizure.
Okay, but there has been people that have watched the movie and people that know people that have seizures that thought it could be possibly a seizure warning. And
Let me just say
so
real
that
quick,
the theaters actually started putting up seizures warnings. So they must have taken it.
That scene that may cause a seizure was friggin' crazy.
It was awesome.
I didn't even think about. I mean, I heard about the seizure thing and everything, and then
I was thinking about it the whole time, and I don't think it was.
I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it at all after or watching the movie. But when that scene came up, holy crap, it was crazy. It was awesome too.
So let's just say out there, anybody who has not seen the movie, if you are susceptible to seizures, you may want to either see it in a teeny theater and sit all the way in the back, or see it in a gigantic theater, sitting all the way back in the back. Either way, you should probably sit in the back. Don't see it in 3D.
Do what you need to do. I don't understand. I mean, I don't know what the
Right. So
they have to do. But
You know your own
right.
seizure body. I don't know what the correct way. I don't want to be.
Just double up on your epilepsy meds, and you're good.
Yeah, I don't want to be.
Not official advice, by the way.
Right. I don't want to be, inconsiderate
Right.
of my terms, but whatever, you know how you are. If you think that there's a chance that something might trigger an epileptic episode, then you should probably act on the side of error and not go.
What I noticed is that they
wait for it to go be at home. Otherwise, if you think you're fine, go. So anyways, I felt that it was our duty to inform and make people that are in the know. If you had not seen the thing about the epileptic seizure warning, then now you know.
But I really loved the movie. Like I said, I think it was better than the first one. I was thinking that when I was watching the movie that it's predictable. And it pretty much is predictable, but it did have a little twist for me. And I'm not going to give spoilers or anything, but it was a little twist. I mean, they throw the twist in there, but if you're thinking...
a little twist.
But you are expecting it. But
what I expected was the obvious.
Yes, I agree.
I expected the obvious.
It was the wrong person.
And then it was like, twist, it's not exactly that. It's something close.
Yes, I agree with that. So that's where I was like, I already know what's happening. And then I go, oh, wait a minute. So, yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Without giving any spoilers away, did you see the Pizza Planet truck?
Oh, man, where was it? I feel like I did, but then...
You just said there were spoilers involved.
Okay.
I said without giving a spoiler away.
Well, you'll have to tell me off the record of patience here.
I'll let you know later. So, yeah, I loved it. It was really cool. And I don't know what else to say about it. I definitely go see it if you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, go give them your money. Get those numbers up. We got to beat Frozen. Woo!
And maybe you can go check out another movie that's playing after that one's over. And don't go back in line and grab another ticket.
Well, if you're gonna go see Incredibles 2 twice, then you should definitely buy a second ticket because we got to beat Frozen.
Okay.
Why?
Because we got to beat Frozen.
Why?
Because we got to beat Frozen.
Why? Hey, so how was Bao?
Bao was I thought it was a little. I mean, the animation was fantastic. The story had me a little confused.
I got confused too, and I thought that there was a guy. Was that the mom? Supposed to be the mom?
The mom was a little androgynous, yeah.
Yes. That's the word that I don't even know what it means. But
the only thing that made her feminine, I think, is the fact that she was cooking, which is not exactly the message they want to put through.
No, not for me. I thought at first it was the father and then the son.
Oh.
Until they took out the little, what was it called?
Bao?
Okay. So, yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Pork bun?
Whatever it was. I thought it was a son. And then at the end, you find out, oh, that was the mother.
Yeah, that's the dad's wife, basically.
So it was really confusing to me.
And then was the whole experience that the mother had with the pork bun, was any of that real?
Yes.
Or was it all just something that she imagined?
I think it was memories.
Because she missed her son.
There you go.
Or did it happen, and then just coincidentally at the end of that, the other son comes, right?
Right.
It was a little confusing.
It was very, very confusing. Like I said, I thought it was a kid at first, and then I realized, oh, it's a mom. So, yeah, it was kind of. I would like to hear if anybody else was confused about this, about the.
Please write us something.
Because I didn't understand it until the end, and I think a lot of people who've seen it are going to be the same way. Oh, I didn't understand it until the end.
But
then at the end is when I got more confused.
I was gonna say, I think the idea is that you're not supposed to understand until the end, but then I think you're supposed to understand by the end. If you don't understand by the end, then maybe.
But in the end, it really doesn't matter. Anyway, just go check out The Incredibles 2. It's really, really awesome.
Watch the pork bun bow and tell us what you think about it.
Exactly, because we
were confused.
Hey, we'll see how it does, because it does have a certain dinosaur movie coming up this weekend that it will have to compete with.
Right. Which was the number one movie in the world for quite a while.
Right. So we'll see. Well, it actually is still the number one movie overseas, I think.
I think it's actually the number one movie in the Jurassic world, right?
Yeah, totally.
But anyway, let's move on to, of course, this Saturday is the opening of Pixar Pier.
What?
And, we've been talking about this and what's going on.
That means that on Friday, 12 people are going to hang out together.
I don't know if it's
special
12.
Event.
It might be 10 now.
14,
I'm not sure.
Maybe.
I saw somebody who supposedly heard that that event was at 60% capacity.
Well,
realistically,
I guess
that
that
means
they only
probably
invited 50 people then.
I think realistically 60% capacity is probably something like
now,
600
real quick,
people.
I wonder how many.
There's not 600 people that paid for that.
I wonder how many cast members will be able to go. Like, Disney say, "Oh, here's some tickets to go to that event just to fill it up."
They were giving away tickets to it.
Well, there you go.
That fills up at least 8 spots.
Because that's the same thing they did for
or no, six. I don't know math.
That's what they did for
16.
D23 in 2013, I believe. They were giving cast members tickets.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, free tickets to go because they needed numbers.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, with that, like I said, Pixar Pier is opening up on Saturday, big grand opening. What is not opening is very, very sad, and I'm very, 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 very mad about this, and I might just walk out myself.
Oh, crap.
But Bing Bong Sweet Stuff will not open on Saturday.
Why?
And yet they just got done doing a specific post telling us all of what's going to be at Bing Bong Sweet Stuff.
Yeah, I don't even care what's going to be there now because it's not opening. They went and posted about the Bing Bong Sweet Stuff coming to Pixar Pier later this summer.
It's horrible.
That is very, very horrible.
I mean, I think that I don't care about what they had there. I just wanted to experience the Bing Bong area.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they don't have a Bing Bong ride. They should, but you got to have something.
So, I'm guessing that, we're going to have the pier open and there's going to be a wall in front of Bing Bong's place or something.
Maybe they were putting too much work into the world of Disney and they couldn't finish that store. I don't know.
No, it's a totally different team. But, you know what? It's just, obviously they're behind schedule. And I think we talked about this last year when they announced the Pixar Pier and how it's going to close, all the construction was going to start in January or whatever it was. And, I think we even questioned if they were going to have enough time to do this. And the answer to that, no, they didn't have enough time to do this because it's not opening.
I think that if they'd put the correct amount of effort into it, it would have been done on time. But
I think the whole thing was just an afterthought. And it was something that they just decided to do last minute. And that's why I think it's just it's all one big cluster F.
Well, we should have known that when one of the things that was going to go in that area was going to be a theater.
Right.
And that was scrapped.
Right. Oh, yeah, and the original announcement we got at G23, right?
There was supposed to be a theater, just like going to Main Street and going to the cinema there. And nope, no theater there. Maybe that's why they're playing the Pixar shorts at the Sunset Showcase Theater. I don't know, but yeah, I'm really disappointed with this news. I was excited to see it. I mean, I know it's going to open up eventually, but still, they should have had their act together. They should have known how long things are going to take. I don't see why it was going to take longer for them to put together a store. You would think, the Incredicoaster...
Especially a store.
Yeah, you think the Incredicoaster is something that's really big. You got to, put the new tubes in. You got to put the special effects, blah, 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 blah.
That's been done, though.
There's more work to doing this roller coaster than it is to redoing a store. That's my point.
You'd think.
So...
I mean, if they can build an entire house on Extreme Makeover Home Edition in 7 days... then there's no reason they shouldn't have been able to do this.
If they can redo a restaurant on Restaurant Impossible or whatever in 36 hours.
Bar Rescue?
There you
it's
go.
like 2 days they give them to redo these things.
If they could repaint 24 gondolas.
in 6 whole months. No, I'm kidding. But no, I mean, really, I think sometimes that they just skimp on how many guys they need to hire to do the work. More people, more experts, gets it done faster. Within a certain...
hey, you don't know how many guys it took to put the finishing touches on Senor Buzz's churros.
I'm pretty sure there are a lot of them over at Home Depot.
Yeah, but if they'd left out Senor Buzz's churros, they could have finished the Bing Bong Super Sweet Treats. Which one's more important? The churro stand or the store?
I don't know. All I know is
Poultry Palace.
There you go. It's not opening up on Saturday. So later this summer, we'll see when that's going to open.
So Diggs is skipping it entirely.
Well, I'm going to have to. You can't get in, right?
Right.
Can I get in through this way? Anyway, yeah, they did announce some of the treats that are coming to Bing Bongs whenever it does open. Were you going to go through that?
No, I had completely forgotten to retweet that, and I figured that if you wanted to talk about it, but then I was like, well, it's not even opening, so... Are we going to get, are they going to just retweet that again when...
I'm pretty sure they are, but I mean, just to go real quick, basically...
You know what? I want those drinks.
Just think about, going to the Candy Palace or the other place over there in Buena Vista Street. Same stuff, you have candy. You're going to have Pixar-themed candy, candied apples, cake pops, or whatever they have. Flavored popcorns with the... Inside Out characters on the bags. Taffy, Bing Bong's going to have some Taffy, Bing Bongs.
Laffy Taffy?
They're not Laffy, but that's the sweet stuff. Ooh, they have a strawberry banana Taffy. He's going to have assorted flavored Taffies and another type of Taffy. I can't even read. It's too blurry. But, I mean, it's confectionery stuff. Stuff that you're going to, expect anyway.
What I want are the memory refreshers.
Yes, that sounds pretty cool. It's going to be like a Goofy Glacier, I believe.
Yeah, frozen drinks. They will come in all colors and flavors. One of the drinks is the Rainbow Unicorn. It is grape soda, blue raspberry soda, lime, cherry, lemon lime, and rainbow candies. And then another one is inspired by Bing Bong himself, called Imaginary Pal, which will be made with pink lemonade and grape soda with rainbow cotton candy topped with a marshmallow flavor.
Now that's totally different than what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's not a Goofy Glacier.
No.
It's more like a soda, I don't know.
Sounds good to me. So yeah, as soon as that opens...
It's basically like a kamikaze.
Oh, ooh, even better.
I mean, especially the first one, grape soda, blues raspberry soda, lime, cherry, lemon lime. Like, wow, just put them all together.
Yeah, so hopefully this will open up soon. We don't know yet. We don't have a date. And
dirty.
Yeah, it's very, very dirty. Anyway, when we find out a date, we will let you guys know, of course.
Later in the summer, August.
Just like the rest of the stuff for the Pixar Pier too, right?
Maybe I'll open the day.
Oh no, the rest of the stuff for Pixar Pier is next year,
Yeah.
Oh,
2019.
maybe they'll. I don't know. Maybe they'll open up. You were going to say when?
Oh, I was going to say maybe when Bugslands closes.
Oh,
Well, it says later in the summer, so it has to be before the end of August.
Obviously.
So,
Yeah, that's coming soon. So, yeah, I'm really disappointed in that. I'm not really happy, but whatever. And with that, of course, the Disney Parks blog announced a meetup that they were going to have for, if you all you have to do is sign up. It's going to be on Monday, July 2nd. And, if you were able to sign up to go to that, lucky you, screw you, Anthony. I wasn't able to sign up. As soon as I logged on and tried to sign up, it was already sold out. So it sold out within 3 minutes of the post.
there was only 150 people.
wow. What day is it?
He literally just said
Oh,
July 2nd.
So after the opening.
Yeah, after the opening. But it's still, basically, you're talking about 300 people.
Sure, you get a bunch of free shit.
And probably,
Yes, exactly.
probably a goodie bag like we got when we went to the Halloween one. Now, I don't know if you've heard anything about any entertainment over in Pixar Pier. I got a little something here from the I believe from the cast guide that mentions a band.
We know that there's going to be a bandstand over there, and they're going to be having entertainment in that area.
Yes, we now know what it is. Triple Dent Gum presents the Pixar Monic Orchestra, performing its repertoire of songs using traditional instruments as well as cowbells, kazoos, duck calls, sirens, and slide whistles.
Now, is that the same?
I love slide whistles.
Is that the same band that's playing right now over at Paradise Gardens?
I don't know. Is it?
Sounds familiar.
Is it the Pixar Monic Orchestra?
That's what sounds familiar.
Because according to this, then they will be moving over to the Pixar Pier area to probably that bandstand that you're talking about, which they refer to as the band shell.
Ah, I can't find it right now, but I think that is the same band that's
Okay.
playing. But yeah, there's that park meetup. Park gonna have a lot of free stuff, and maybe by then that Bing Bong's thing's gonna be open, and maybe you'll be able to have those treats for free. Maybe you'll be able to try that soda, the grape soda, and whatever else is in that.
Do you think Bing Bong's not going to be ready on the 23rd, but it'll be ready in the week in between?
Maybe, you don't know.
That would be funny.
Yeah, maybe. I guess we'll hear all about it and see how it was and what kind of things Anthony got to try. And of course, Anthony will be taking pictures, posting it up on his Twitters and sharing it, and we'll post that, and maybe I'll remember to retweet on that.
All right, so speaking of Incredibles over there in, I assume, did they say where is the this merchandise, Tim? You said you saw it, right?
Which merchandise?
But you didn't take pictures because you're a failure.
Which specific merchandise are you talking
The
about?
Edna mode.
Oh, it says you exit World of Disney in the middle.
Oh, so it's not even in the park.
I didn't see it in the park. I saw it there.
It's in the park. It's in
Okay.
Emporium and
Okay, so it's basically everywhere.
yeah.
All right, so anyways, they have a new line of Edna Mode Incredibles 2 inspired merchandise, including a bag and a mug, like a little dish. Are those Tsum Tsums?
Yes.
They have Edna Mode Tsum Tsums, but they're different colors. I don't know. I don't really understand. They didn't really explain. I didn't have a chance since I wasn't actually there, Tim, to see the merchandise. I can't really explain as much as what all I do is I can look at it, but most of it includes the iconic hair. Also new to apparently Disneyland today, but not new to the park, is a abominable snowman plush that is available over at Le Petit Chalet Gifts.
Yeah.
You think he's modeled after the new Harold or the old Harold?
I don't know what he's modeled after, but they don't even know what to call him because they call him Yeti, which is completely incorrect because Yeti, as everybody should know, the Yeti is in
Florida.
the what?
In Florida, Expedition Everest.
Expedition Everest has Yeti because that takes place on Everest in the Himalayas, which is where the Yeti is. The Matterhorn is in
An
the Alps
snowman.
and should be just an abominable snowman. Or they should just call him by his proper name.
Harold. Anyway, I was going to say that I was really, that I seen him a couple of weeks ago or so when I passed by that shop. I was going to take a picture, but I didn't. You know what? I was with you.
Were you?
Oh, no, I wasn't with you. Sorry. I was trying to think, because I was with a couple, and it was actually...
A couple of weirdos, maybe.
Yeah, so it was
with you.
Exactly.
It wasn't you and, your weirdo, or weirdo should we say?
The Dumbo lady.
Yeah, it wasn't you guys. It was actually with Jeff.
Oh.
Yeah, with Jeff. We were going to go head over to get some pretzel bites over at the Troubadour Tavern. And that's when I passed by and I saw it. And I was going to take a picture so I can post it. But if I would have done that, he would have been just like Jose and took the same picture and posted it first. Because, I don't take pictures and post them real quick like Jose does. But Jeff would have done that. So that's why I didn't do it that time. I was going to come back later and do it. But I forgot. So anyway, yeah, I saw him there about a week ago or so.
Yeah, I know people have been commenting that this has been available for a couple weeks now. And, of course, as usual, Disneyland Today just now posted out about it yesterday. Now, they are under no obligation to post us about new merchandise, necessarily. Things pop up all the time.
But if they're going to post about it, they should do it when it comes out.
But, yes, I mean, they should. If they are going to post about it, yes, they should post it when it comes out, not 2 weeks later, not when they're already probably about to be out of it.
Yeah, that's an issue.
Something that they did post about was that special lemonade that came out for the anniversary.
Well, there's two things.
Well, I'm trying to get... You're doing a Tim.
Right.
So they did post about this special lemonade. I forgot what was in it. It looked good, but it was only available for that one day.
Oh, it was basically an frozen Arnold Palmer.
Okay, was it?
It was an iced tea lemonade.
Oh, okay.
Which is why I'm really mad I didn't get to try it, because I love Arnold Palmer.
Just one day, that's all they had?
Yeah, it was one day only on Alice's birthday.
And
the anniversary of Alice.
Somebody made a comment, because they had it, they were modeling this lemonade, and somebody was wearing this T-shirt that had Alice in Wonderland on it. And, of course, someone commented on that T-shirt. And on the comment, they said, oh, you can go grab that T-shirt at, I believe, is
the same place that's selling the...
New Orleans, right?
No, it's the same place that's selling the abominable snowman.
Oh, okay.
It was also at Le Peach Chalet.
Okay, so it's the French that's throwing me off, because I was thinking of,
New Orleans, not New Orleans.
Exactly. So, yeah, so then later on they made a post about that shirt.
The shirt by itself, yeah.
Right, so...
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was like, oh, that's a cool shirt. And then later on they actually did the post on the shirt. When you saw the abominable snowman, that was obviously before
right, that was actually...
Day.
That was the day the Ant-Man and the Wasp preview
okay, so
opened up.
That was a week before Friday, yeah, so it's already over a week ago. And the Alice was on, what, Thursday?
I think so.
Something like that. Yeah, so I don't know if they have any more of those shirts. If you guys are fans of Alice, you guys could go over there and get your abominable not Yeti and your Alice in Wonderland.
Well, see,
whatever it is.
Yeah, they probably
25th
created
anniversary
these,
or 30th anniversary, 40th.
They probably created these as a two-coast product. They're probably selling them in Florida next to the Everest ride, and they have pictures of it with that ride. And
okay, but the name of this Twitter page, Disneyland,
very clearly
today.
Very clearly, what I'm saying though is that it may not have been manufactured for that. So when Disneyland sent Disneyland Today, or when merchandising sent Disneyland Today this information, the reason that they're saying Yeti is because that's what it was originally intended for.
What was
it's a possible.
What did it say on the pop?
Oh, on
Did
the
it say
pop
Harold
it said
Or did it say Yeti? Or did
abominable snowman.
it say, because that one was correct.
Right. Because that was created for here.
Right.
That was a California product.
Right.
This, I mean, again, I'm guessing. You know, what's funny is we just watched Incredibles, and one of the trailers. Did you see the trailer for Littlefoot? No. One of the trailers is, I don't believe it's a Disney movie, but there's a movie called Littlefoot where the abominable snow people and the Yeti are a family or whatever, a community of Yetis in the mountains, and one of them decides to come down the mountain and encounters people. And he's like, "Oh, you look friendly." And then like they go over to the guy. He's talking, you know, "Oh, hey, I'm Joe, and you look friendly," and whatever. And they go over to the guy and they show the Yeti like he's gonna kill him.
No, I didn't see that trailer.
How's that go again? I just want to point out that in any movie called Littlefoot that has nothing to do with Land Before Time, I want nothing to do with it.
Well, it's a play on words of Bigfoot, right? They're not
right,
Bigfoot;
right.
they're
Yeah,
Littlefoot.
I got it.
Because
but,
the Yeti becomes friends with the human.
But nobody ever has called a Yeti Bigfoot. Are they white?
You do that pretty good, actually. I like that. I like that.
So they're like abominable. They're white fur.
Just a play on words, right?
No, but nobody has ever called the ones with white fur a Bigfoot.
No, but they're in the same classification, right? Bigfoot, Yeti,
Really,
abominable
there's a classification
snowman.
now.
Yeah, the classification of mythical creatures that are furry giant things.
They live in mountains.
I haven't seen that movie.
There's also a classification of like swamp monsters and lake creatures.
I don't watch Swamp People.
I saw that.
Everyone knows Nessie, right? Nessie. And then there's the
soccer player?
no. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know. Actually.
These assholes just air-fived across the table, just so everyone else can be listening. If anyone's listening, that's what it is. No, but it's a classification of character, right?
Anyway, yeah, you go grab your plush if you want to get that.
Yeah, they look snuggly. I
Yeah,
might get one.
and look, and if they have any shirts, cool. If not, then well.
If they have an abominable snowman shirt in a 3X, I'm the first guy wearing one.
No, I was talking about the Alice shirts.
Oh.
You know, the ones we were talking about just literally a few minutes ago.
I know you were talking about that, but I'm talking about if they have a Yeti shirt, I'm the first guy wearing one.
Well, you might have to go to Florida for a Yeti shirt.
You know what I mean. Classification of character.
What?
So they've got a new vending machine in Disneyland. You guys hear about this?
Do they have Snickers? And,
No, they have diapers.
Can you get aspirin or over-the-counter drugs?
That's still free
that's first aid.
if you just ask for it at first aid. This is,
a vending machine at first aid?
let me explain.
Okay.
Up until this point, if you have a small child and you need a diaper or some baby cream or baby powder, I've bought baby powder in there before on a hot summer chafing day. You just go into the baby center, which is located directly near the rear exit of the China shop, kind of opposite of the corn dog cart, right? Mm-hmm. It's not all the way back by first aid, but it's a little further up. In DCA, it's next to Ghirardelli.
Right.
But you would go in and you just tell the person, I need a diaper, I need some cream, I need a formula, right? Somebody's got a question.
If you're going to the parks and you're not prepared with enough diapers or cream or any of that, or 100% especially diapers, then you probably aren't prepared to be taking your child out into public.
Well, what if your baby has a severe case of the shits? And
Right,
you
and
weren't
you
prepared.
went through all your diapers.
Then once again, you probably shouldn't have been taking your child to the
Yeah.
theme park.
Up until this point,
We're just going to say it right now. If you have to visit the baby center to get diapers because you didn't bring enough, you're a bad parent.
so
Bye.
the parents that are going to disagree with you are probably plentiful.
Then they would be wrong.
And they're the ones that, up until yesterday, could have walked in and just bought these items willy-nilly from a cast member behind a
Right.
counter, right?
Right.
Now, probably so that they don't have to pay as many cast members to deal with guests behind the counter, they've decided to stock all these things into a vending machine. Probably looks, I'm just assuming, maybe they're using the old Best Buy vending machine that was in downtown Disney. I'm just making that up. But
it could be true, though.
I'm going to go check it out. I'm sure you're going to go take
Yeah,
a picture and post it to the
I want
page.
to check it out, too.
I want to check it out just because I want to know what it looks like. And like, is there a claw involved? Does it have? Is it on one of those things where you have to like choose? You enter a number and then it like falls out?
Right.
Is it one of those Japanese style where you have to pull the drawer open for every item?
I was thinking real quick of you ever go to like an auto shop and get in your car
changed or whatever.
Yeah, but they have the old fashioned vending machines that they have at the auto shops. Yeah,
right.
I was thinking of that. Real quick, not
you
to
can put quarters in and turn a dial. I mean, you never know how these things work.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Real quick, speaking of vending machines, I was eating my my toasted peanut butter Keebler crackers. That actually you do get off of it. You
get
can
those out of vending machines sometimes.
Anyway, I brought 2 of these packs, and
snack time.
Yeah, but my point is, don't you hate when you run out of stuff that you're eating and you weren't expecting to run out? Because, like I said, I brought 2 of these packs and I'm out, and I actually thought I had another cracker.
Thought you had a third.
Yeah,
Ooh.
No, not a third pack, but another cracker left over to eat. But yeah, I was just thinking, don't you hate when you run out of the food and you thought you still had some? Mm-hmm. Anyway, yeah, but yeah, they do have those new vending machine that they.
This is cool for parents, right? You just go in, use the vending machine, whatever. It's neat, I'm sure. But really, this is just an example of Disney getting even cheaper.
Yeah, because now they're getting rid of that cast member that would have actually done that, given you the items you needed, but now they have a vending machine that you can do that. But yeah, Tim actually tagged me in a post about that. And I said, I don't need those items if they had M&Ms.
I wasn't tagging you because you needed diapers. I was tagging you because I figured we'd talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah, but that's something that you could have actually just brought up on your own anyway. But yeah, my comment was...
my memory is not very good, so I just figure if I send it to you, that'll end up on the list.
Oh, yeah, and my memory's great. But yeah, I would just say, now, if they had M&Ms, I would have been there.
We've talked about this before. Your memory's okay. Admittedly, it's your comprehension that you need to work on.
No, my memory too.
Oh, both. No, you say you talk about in the movies how you don't comprehend things sometimes, but
but we also talk about that I don't remember things.
Well, then we're in the same boat.
Yeah,
it's not Small World because I couldn't deal with that.
But I'm just saying that
it's probably sinking though.
But you tagging me to so we can talk about it. Wasn't actually a good idea either.
Maybe send in a message from now on instead. At least there'll be like a record of it.
Yes, exactly. So yeah. I mean, I understand why they're doing this. Maybe
taking out the personal touch is what sucks.
No, but maybe Disney feels that there's too many people on Anthony's point that
crappy parents.
No. But if you weren't prepared, well, you should have been.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're crappy parents. But I'm just saying that if parents are prepared, they would have brought it anyway. But my point is,
maybe they're getting a lot of people arguing about prices in the baby center, right?
But that could be a point too.
Maybe their baby center cast members are like getting a lot of people going, $8? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, whatever the price is. Yeah,
and that's a good reason to do this vending machine because there's no one to argue with when you just have to put dollars into a machine.
No. I've when I was when I worked security for movies, that I wasn't security guard at a store. I was doing actually movie sets, and I worked in Hollywood. I was just pausing for dramatic effect. Yeah. Anyway, I've seen people who were actually arguing with themselves. So.
Oh, we saw an lady argue with herself today.
I'm just saying.
We went to the Sizzler.
No. I believe you. I'm just saying. People would actually argue with the vending machine. That was my point.
Oh,
that was the point. So but no, I think that the fact that they're doing this now is maybe they actually felt that there was a need that they actually we actually do need a vending machine. And
perhaps they're still going to have these items behind the counter.
Yeah,
anyway,
but I'm just saying that
in case the machine runs out and they didn't restock it or something.
Yeah, I'm just saying that maybe they felt that they needed a machine and they weren't actually taking away from a cast member.
Well, let's the cast member do more otherwise. Or something.
Yeah. So I'm saying, they actually felt that they felt that like the parents are actually prepared, but there are circumstances. That, that of course, like me, last week.
Where
no,
you go do your shot and stuff, and they put you in a little area for yourself.
Yeah, that too.
That's how the baby center works. Is they escort the mom into the back of the room and let her breastfeed or whatever.
Yeah, but I'm saying that there's like circumstances, and I was saying like me, because last week, I was going to talk about this on the podcast, but we just had too much people Tim, who just doesn't shut up. And I just figured that I'm just saying.
Different Tim.
No, you.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just saying that I felt that I couldn't bring it up because I didn't have time.
There was no time. Yeah.
So anyway, but what I'm saying is I lost my wallet last week.
We did talk about that.
We did. Not on the podcast. But I did lose my wallet. And my point is people can lose their diaper bag.
Or their minds.
Well, no, I'm just saying. People couldn't
if
lose.
They have babies.
No. Well.
Making a
yes,
joke.
I know. But
true.
yes. No, I know you were making a joke. But I just saying, I don't think it was a joke because they do.
They do lose their minds.
Yes. But I'm just saying that, of course, people could have actually, lost their diaper bag or, of course, it got stolen. Right?
Oh, speaking of stolen.
No. I know what you're saying. But no. Hold on. I know I'm putting it.
I have a segue here.
No. We're not there yet. But that's cool. But I'm just saying, yeah, of course. I'm obviously.
Diggs is completely losing it right now.
I am. And the reason I am is come over here, put my hand in your face. And I'm just like,
all right, you keep catch it together, and I'm going to say that I was in line at City Hall.
No, I'm just saying. No, you can say it.
And somebody had lost their stroller.
No.
They got stolen.
Yeah, I know. I want you to say it, but the reason I am losing it is because I'm like thinking to myself, why the hell am I putting my hand in his face?
He's just waving at me. He's like,
but I'm just thinking to myself, why am I doing this? And I'm just saying, I do want you to say what you want to say.
The people had their stroller, they were convinced stolen. And I was in line to City Hall. I prefer to give compliments at guest relations, but we had a negative experience, and it was such that I thought that I should at least say something.
Right.
I think I need to write an email too, because that guy never asked me for any information, so I don't know if he even turned anything in. But the people behind me, I overheard talking about how they had a stroller stolen. And then I thought, oh, this is way more important than what I'm doing here. You folks go ahead. And then in letting them go ahead of me, and the fact that they had their stroller in the back of City Hall, they just came out with it, I realized that they had no one stroller sized with them. Their youngest child was at least 10 and a large 10 too. He was a big boy. And he got in the stroller, which was made for a larger person. He did not appear to have any disability or anything wrong with him otherwise. And they were very nice people, but just, we talked about this with Elizabeth's question last week, right? There was no reason for them to have a stroller. He was walking and standing just fine. And he was way old enough and way large enough that I felt bad for letting them in front of me because they were abusing the stroller situation.
Okay, anyway.
I advised them to write their name on the bottom.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, we're going to move on because we just know that there's a lot of people out there with that are lazy.
Yeah.
And they're letting their kids be lazy. And they end up being those people who are on scooters
with 10-year-olds.
No, but they end up being those people who are on scooters because they're lazy.
Oh, they're on scooters, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I think it is a good idea that they put these vending machines because maybe Disney figured, hey, you know what? We did have this back here, and our cast members were we're doing being nice to have them in case because, like I said, people might lose their bags or it gets stolen. But other than that, Tim was going to talk about something about the Disney store.
Well, you said the other week that the Disney store was going to close.
Oh, we're talking about World of Disney.
Disney, yeah, it was going to close for 2 weeks, right?
Right.
So, and in fact, you had said that you thought that it was already closed last week, or that it would be closed by the time the podcast went on.
Right.
So I was there Sunday night. I stuck around after seeing The Incredibles. It was my friend Jesse's birthday. Elizabeth and Brittany went home, and I said, I'll stick around. It was already 11 o'clock, so I was like, let's go do something. As long as you can give me a ride home. So we took the monorail in. We rode in the nose cone, which was cool, which is always cool. The girl driving the monorail. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Sorry, I just have a thing about that. How did you get to ride it?
There was just nobody else in line, and we asked.
Okay. Now, the reason I brought that up is because that's obvious.
Yeah.
There was no one else in line.
I know to ask if they're,
And
you know.
Yeah, you asked. Okay.
If I see a line for the nose cone, I'll always ask for the tail cone either way.
Okay, no, I'm just saying that there's a reason I'm bringing this up. Okay, so yeah, I actually, like I was saying, I think I talked about last week or whatever it was that I went to I went to downtown Disney and had that corn dog again, and I went to back to the park, so I took the monorail, which is a smart thing to do because sometimes I just forget I walk. But yeah, and the reason I was bringing it up is the fact that there was no one in line. It was just me that was going back to the park. So the monorail came, and I figured that, and I, like I said, it came and arrived, and there was no one in front.
Yeah, because they exit, so you can see whether.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right.
They're supposed to get out, I think, and then just stretch their legs and then get back in. I think that's their protocol.
The driver?
Yeah, I don't think they're just supposed to sit and stay. They have to exit and then go.
No,
back.
because they're supposed. They are supposed to get out because they could be staying there, and the other cast member could be taking it back.
Right.
All right. So, but like I said, the reason I brought it up is because there was no one there. There was no one in line. It was just me, and there was no one actually in front. So I was thinking to myself that I could have actually asked to go to front, like you did.
You forgot.
No, I didn't forget. I was just thinking.
Oh.
My luck is going to say no.
Nah.
So I didn't ask. That's what I'm saying. But this time I know why I did that.
Okay.
Because I did have a point.
Yeah.
I'm just being funny. But yeah, I did have a point. Because I wanted to sit down, and I said there was no one in line. But yes, there was these people who were actually got to the line
After you.
after me.
And then they let them up front.
No, they asked.
And?
They didn't let them up front.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting. Maybe the door was already closed by that point or something. I mean,
I know what you're trying to say. But obviously, yeah, you know what? Yeah, the door was closed.
yeah, because if you ask when they exit,
No, but I know what you're trying to say. But the guy or the cast member who actually was a female, they had to go in there anyway to drive it.
right?
So what's your point?
I'm thinking I asked her. We were behind the rail. She exited, and I said, "Hey, can we ride up front with you?" And she said, "Sure, just wait right there on the fish or whatever this make that the line." And then the other guy was like, "Oh, go right ahead."
Well, I know, but I'm saying is that I know what you're saying, but the door was closed, but the cast member still has to open the door to get in to drive it away. But they told those people no. I don't know what the reason was.
Interesting.
But they did tell him no. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I didn't ask, because I knew for some reason they were going to tell me no.
Well, that's our site. We're going off topic for a minute, but I
don't care.
Doesn't matter. No, I'm saying that's Diggs' off-topic explanation. But so we took the monorail in, we got out, we walked around the Matterhorn, and then I was like, "What do you want to do?" And he's like, "Let's go on Pirates, because Pirates has some new stuff." So we saw the new Pirates. However I feel about the thing, the things that I think they should have done differently there. If they're going to make the changes anyway, I think that they should have made the audio more closely match what was already there before. They should have said, they could say, "Show them its larboard side," and then she turns the chicken around, maybe, or show us the larboard side instead of your, and then she turns the chicken around, but that way the larboard side line is still in there. And then they should have said, "We wants the redhead," but then maybe changed it where we wants the redheads vote or something. I don't know. Something that had the redhead. We want the redhead's opinion or something.
Rum.
Yeah, we want the redhead's rum.
There you go.
Whatever, because she's got rum in her hand in the thing, right?
I agree.
And she makes comments about drinking and stuff in there, I think.
I don't even know.
So the thing that upset me the very most, there was, I did like the lack of Davy Jones, and don't punch your mic, lack of Davy Jones, and also the octopus, which is pretty cool, the new octopus. But what upset me more than anything else, and you may see me post about it, was that the guy's dirty foot is
not dirty,
clean.
Right.
It looks like he just got out of the shower.
Actually, I think that was done before.
Oh man, I look up, and this dirty foot's supposed to be hanging over you, and it is clean as a whistle.
No,
man.
I do think that was done before they even did this refurb.
Somebody needs to get in there and put some
because
makeup on this thing.
I always look up at him, and I think I did see the foot was clean, but that was actually done I think before the refurb. Anyway, your Disney thing, the store. That's what we're talking about.
Anyway, on the way out of the park, we stopped at City Hall. And then we exited the park, and then Disney Store's open. And if it's open, I always walk through, right? We don't walk outside.
The world of Disney.
We walk through the world of Disney. And on the way out, I stopped and I asked one of the leads that had the antenna in the ear, so to speak.
The lead hat.
Right. But we asked one of the leads. I said, hey, we were under the impression that the store would be closing or closed for a period of time prior to switching over. And he told me that that wasn't the case, and that instead on Tuesday, I think he said today, so it would have been today, that they essentially, when you enter in the middle, and to your right, there's like a covered wall, and to the left, it's just open. So essentially, what they're doing is they're moving the covered wall over. They're just switching the wall. The other side's already done. So they're just going to close that side of the store. And today, the store opened at, I believe, 11 a.m. instead of 9 a.m. It's 2 hours later than normal.
Hi, I'm back.
Oh.
I was on temporary assignment.
King Anthony was on the throne.
Yeah, we didn't actually acknowledge that you were gone. So
okay. I just wanted to say real quick that I thought that's what the plan was from the get-go.
I did as well.
I thought it was obvious.
But we talked about, Diggs talked about it,
because
that he'd been given the information that they were closing for 2 weeks.
Right, no, I understand that. But when I first saw that wall was up, I thought the whole idea was that they were just going to finish the one side and then move everything over there and then the other side.
Yeah, but then this thing came up with that they were going to close for 2 weeks.
Right.
And I didn't just make it up.
Where did you get the info from?
Because one of the cast members who works at the California Churros, they got an email saying that there was going to be something going on, that they were going to close that area. So that's why I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Because I did hear the 2 weeks was they were going to close from.
We figured that was the whole point of the World of Disney 2 kiosks, right?
Right.
They were moving everything outside.
Right.
The most important things, anyways.
Well, they're just trying to increase their sales, I think, at that point.
Well, yeah, that too. But we did, like I said, they got an email saying that this area is going to be closed because of whatever they had to do, and then which meant that their business had to be closed.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think there must have been some miscommunication somewhere or something. And we'll see. I guess on Thursday when I go again, I'll see if it's all switched over.
Right. Or, actually, no. You don't have to see it.
It's open today.
It is open today.
Oh.
And it was switched over, like you said, and the whole new area, of course,
open.
is done. Well, yeah, it's open and the whole area is done.
Because they said they had to. That's why they were opening 2 hours late, is because as soon as the store closed last night, they started moving over all the merchandise from where it is now or was in World of Disney to the new side of World of Disney, because they only have half the stuff right now, right? So they had to move all the ears to the other side of the ears. They had to move all the nice stuff, the China stuff to their side, all the cups to their side, whatever. And then once they finish this side, they'll probably re-merchandise the whole thing. Oh, wow, that looks very nice. It looks more open. It kind of looks like the Disney home store a little bit.
It does.
Which I'm not sure how I feel, but...
All right, so yeah, the second side, or that first side they're actually working on, is now open.
Half of the refurb is done.
Yeah.
I guess when it's done, you just be like, well, this is the new thing. But I thought their systems were, based on the photos that you just showed me, I think their systems for checking out and stuff were a little better before. The lines weren't as big. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, I guess.
Yep. As we were talking about downtown Disney area, and Tim said he was there at AMC.
I was.
For the last showing of movies over there.
Bye.
And they closed down. to get ready for that 700 room hotel.
Almost got in a fight
Okay. And
with an old man. It was crazy.
and then we got the word that the last day for Earl of Sandwich is actually on June 26th.
I think the old man didn't have Earl of Sandwich, and
Oh,
I think
okay.
that must be why he was so hangry.
Oh, well, whatever. And so then we had heard that the last day for Rainforest was going to be June 17th, which was on the Sunday. And then, according to the manager of Rainforest, this is what he said. He said it's going to be June 17th, but they might be open on the 18th.
Which was yesterday.
Right. Well, they were still open today, and I think that they said today was the last day.
Oh, okay.
So, anyway,
They're just milking it.
right. I would say so. So that's going to go bye-bye. We said Starbucks was going to be on June 26th. That's also the same day for Earl of Sandwich.
I'm really sad Earl's leaving. We ate there on Sunday after the movie, and it's just a good sandwich for not a ridiculous amount of money, and it sucks that that's not going to be an option anymore. But they do have some new stuff opening soon, so at least we'll be able to try that.
Right. All right, so real quick, I just want to say, I want to bring up something that, some comments that came up on my Instagram, or our Instagram, are from former MousePIRE Instagram. Now, I posted about the days closing for Earl of Sandwich and Rainforest and Starbucks and all that. Now, if these people are supposed to be Disney fans in the Disney community,
Right.
they should know why. Comments like, what? Are they closing for good?
Unfortunately, people are just out of the loop.
You know how many people I've
I've
seen posts about Rainforest, AMC, Earl of Sandwich.
What? I don't
All
understand.
posts on there. Oh, what hotel? I haven't heard anything about a hotel. Oh, they just announced it the other day. Oh, I heard from a cast member just the other day that they're opening a hotel. That's the exact quote.
I believe that because I saw a comment somewhere about a cast member told me some secret news about something about Pixar Pier. Okay, here it was. Cast members told me some secret news that don't tell anyone. The Incredibles float is going to be in Pixar in the Paint the Night. Shh! Don't tell anyone. It's secret. They just told me.
Cast members really like to pass information off like it's a secret and that they're making somebody's day.
Exactly.
And that's
Anyways,
unfortunate because then that
yeah.
information could translate from other people.
Yeah.
Like
So
that.
some of these comments are like, "Wow, I had no idea we're losing these stores." I posted, "Looks like some people should be listening to our podcast. This is not new news." Someone says, "What are they replacing it with?" I said, "A 700-room hotel." This is funny. Wait, so is Rainforest going to be open tomorrow, or was today the last day? I'm going for Father's Day and wanted to eat there one last time. Now, the funny thing about that is the fact that I posted the last day for Rainforest Cafe is Sunday, June 17th.
Pretty.
That was the
straightforward.
post. So they just didn't read what was posted, but then they have questions below.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I got people like who have Disney Princess in their name and it says, "Wait, Earl of Sandwich is closing?" And I was like, how is this news when this project was announced in October 2017? And then I told Anthony about this person who got all mad about my comments saying that I was rude, and she has to go and say, "Unfollow. Thanks to your rude comments. Remember, there are hundreds of Disney accounts posting the same things you do. Bye." I said, bye. So yeah, people get all butthurt, and of course, if you guys listen to us, you know that we don't care what you guys think. We're gonna say what we're gonna say. We keep things, we say how it is, and if you don't like it, well, Anthony tells you
Bye.
exactly. So anyway, yeah, I guess we'll see what's going on downtown Disney with all the stores and everything, and we'll do our best to keep you guys posted.
Hey, so out of the blue last week,
Out of blue?
No, not blue.
Out of the blue?
Out of the blue, the color blue.
Oh, the color.
Out of the blue last week. In fact, we were just about to do the buy, basically, and at 12:01 a.m. they dropped the trailer for Dumbo, for the live-action Dumbo.
What were we doing up so late?
We were podcasting. I just
okay.
got done saying that. We were recording, and we were doing the ending, the very, very ending. But, so, yeah, at 12:01 a.m., I'm just like, we're sitting there, we're getting ready to do the very, very ending, the buy, and then I see Dumbo trailer. I'm like, what? What is this? I'm like, are they serious? Is that like I was still a long ways away? So I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. So, hey, if you haven't checked it out, here we go. Cool.
These guys are experts at what they do.
Who's these guys?
The trailer guys. 2 in a row, man, of these teaser trailers have given me like legit goosebumps the first time I watched it. Christopher Robin and this one.
Well, it's not the same people, obviously, but
I'm just saying, these guys that do these trailers.
He said
for
the trailer people.
The trailer people they very well could be the same.
Not the trailer park people, but the
The
trailer.
trailer people.
I was just about to say that. I'm like, trailer park people?
I'd be interested to know. Maybe they are the same guys that are producing the trailers. You never know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the trailers are usually put together by the director and the editor.
Maybe.
Usually.
Or maybe they have a specific team that pulls footage that you never know.
You call it trailer guys.
Yeah, the trailer guys.
Trailer park guys.
We trashed a trailer park today that was like, it looked like it had just popped up out of nowhere. There was like campers and stuff. That has nothing to do with anything, though.
So yeah, cool. Dumbo. That doesn't come out until 2019
Way too
March
long.
or something like that.
Way
So,
too long for me.
yeah, we're seeing really far in advance, but cool. I don't know how I feel about people taking the. This is supposed to be about Dumbo. The story
Yeah,
of
but it's
Dumbo is
also a
supposed to be
live
about
action.
the Dumbo, and now it feels like the people are going to be the most important thing always. Because it's always about the people. And
Well, Elizabeth is the Dumbo lady. She's nuts for Dumbo. And I asked her how she would feel if Timothy Mouse was not in the movie at all. And they basically that role had been taken over by this family, this couple, or these
basically,
kids.
that's what it seems like.
That's what it seems like, but we don't know for sure yet. They might be saving Timothy Mouse till way later.
Maybe we haven't heard anything when we first heard about it. There was nothing about Timothy Mouse.
He is
and,
Tim Burton. I mean,
if anything, that most likely he would show up as some sort of cameo or something. But there doesn't seem to be any talking animals in this.
yeah. Maybe they're just saving all of that.
And there's no Timothy J. Mouse without him talking. Otherwise, he has no purpose if he doesn't talk.
Yeah,
That's what he does.
He's the convincer, basically.
He's basically Jimmy Cricket.
A little
right?
bit
of Dumbo.
So
Well, did Pinocchio come out before Dumbo?
yes,
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, then that's probably
Yeah,
was
Pinocchio
their
was,
similar character. When they
Pinocchio
wrote it.
was 1941, I believe. Dumbo
Whoa.
was the.
I thought Dumbo was
50s?
38. I just remember my my VHS where it is.
But it's cool. I like the little, as usual, taking a little something from the movie and making it all creepy, like they did with Maleficent. Remember?
Yeah.
Once Upon a Dream was all creepy. And
Dumbo came out in October of 1941.
Dumbo was 41. Okay. I knew one of them was 41.
And
Pinocchio
came out
38.
in 40.
40. So Pinocchio was a year
Yeah.
before.
But yeah, that written as a similar character type arc. How do they call it?
Right.
Type.
Conscience.
No, but there's a term
Archetype.
for it in film school as an archetypal character.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Tim Burton, he's hit or miss.
I think this will hit.
I think it'll be okay.
I think he's
We'll
going to take
see.
a little bit of darkness to create something very beautiful.
What I'm waiting for is what I'm happy for is Michael Keaton.
Wow, Michael Keaton's amazing.
Michael Keaton and Danny DeVito and Tim Burton back together again for the first time since
Batman
Returns is exciting. The only thing that's missing is Michelle Pfeiffer and Christopher Walken. But I think
I guess I
Michael
got the
Keaton's
same.
kind of the villain of this.
I got the same goosebumps for Christopher Robin. I think they're doing a real. I mean, granted, there's that's a live human type thing, but I think they did a really good job with those puppets in that as well, or the characters, the plush, so to speak. And the little girl knows that those are the drawings of her father when he was a child, and she just automatically knows who they are. It's just really touching. It's like, and they say in the Winnie the Pooh, they say these are the most beloved characters of all time. I think that's a big statement to make for somebody not to say, no, you're wrong. And I don't think anybody's saying they're wrong. Speaking of live action, Anthony's got some news that I'm excited to hear about.
That is not live action.
Exactly. That was the joke.
Because way back, I believe, after D23 of last year, we announced that they had announced. We told you guys that they had announced that there would be a reimagining of The Rocketeer. They specified that it was going to be on Disney Junior, right? So we knew not to have too high of hopes.
I don't remember.
I'm almost positive that, I don't really want to go back and listen to the podcast or if any notes or anything, but I'm
No, it
almost
was
positive,
supposed to be some sort of reimagining and animated.
right, that there was going to be animated reimagining of Rocketeer. I'm almost positive that we knew it was going to be on Disney XD, and I'm almost positive that we knew it was going to be a female Rocketeer.
That part I didn't know.
So I'm almost positive we knew those things.
Is it still in that old style, though? Or is it going to be
What do you mean,
completely...
old style?
Well, hover packs are actually something that exists today. Hover, that type of technology is coming into play now in our time. Is it a slightly future or set today, or is it a 1950s, 40s, 30s?
We have no sense of that yet. All we know is that we got a first look. It's a picture. It's a drawing. And it says the animated series follows Kit, a young girl who receives a surprise package on her birthday, revealing she's next in line to become the Rocketeer.
What's the picture? Let's see.
Premiering in 2019. And the picture is of a girl with the rocket pack on, and she's holding the helmet, and she's walking out of a airplane hangar. And there's a very nice, beautiful art background.
Can you show it to us?
No.
Ooh. Oh, so it doesn't really show a whole lot.
No, it does not show a whole lot. That is why it is a
So
teaser.
with this in mind, I have a question for you.
Okay.
If you got a pack as a child on your porch and it said you were in line to be the next Rocketeer,
no,
how excited would you be?
To answer your question, no, I would not use it to make it easier to jump between movie theaters.
No. I'm asking, would you be excited? And there's a lead in for that. So just first answer is, would you be excited?
I don't know because, first of all, large guy and rocket pack do not need to go together.
Yeah, but you were a child. You were a child. There was less of you.
Oh.
As a child.
He was a large child.
Well, I assumed, but I didn't want to say.
I mean, maybe.
Okay, so then the second question is, if you also got a rocket pack on your front porch as a child, and the note, instead of saying you're in line to be the next Rocketeer, said you were in line to be the next Crashateer, would you be more or less excited than the other version?
To be honest, I would have been more excited because when I was a kid, Super Dave Osborne was big.
I like that guy.
And I would have been like,
remember.
oh, cool, I can be Super Dave.
Because you'd be the Crashateer.
Yeah, basically, that's what Super Dave was.
Cool. That was my question. I came up with it on the spot, and I thought it'd be a fun one.
For those of you who are young whippersnappers out there who don't know who Super Dave Osborne is, I highly recommend you
check it out.
Google or you look him up on YouTube. I'm sure there's
Was he on
HBO?
I forget if he was from Hogan's Heroes or something.
No,
because that was all people crashing too. No,
what?
No, maybe I'm wrong.
What? Hogan's Heroes was a World War II sitcom.
No, not that one.
That's the only
Rogan's Heroes.
Rogan's Heroes had nothing to do with crashing.
No?
Clearly, that's someone who doesn't watch sports. It shows right away. All right, so a while back we told you about the announcement about John Lasseter, stepping away as Chief Creative Officer of Walt Disney Animation and Pixar Animation Studios.
It was coming.
And we didn't really go into details about that. We're not going to go into details about that. He had returned from his self-imposed sabbatical/exile. He is back on the job now, only until, I believe, end of the year. Yeah, so John Lasseter, who is going to be stepping down at the end of this year as the Chief Creative Officer of the Disney Animation divisions, he will be stepping down, and he will be replaced not by one person, but by two people.
Because it probably takes two people to replace a guy like that.
I don't know. So what's going to happen is that they're already going to name... There are two different people have been named. One will be heading Disney Animation itself, and one will be heading Pixar. So instead of having one person having themselves spread thin, they're going to have one person who's in charge of only Disney Animation itself, and one person in charge of Pixar.
So who's the Pixar person? Because that's the bigger job.
No, it's not.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. Disney Animation is way more important than Pixar.
There's more Pixar movies coming out these days.
No, there's the same amount every year. There's always the same amount of Disney Animation and the same amount of Pixar every year, with maybe a variable plus or minus of one. So Pete Docter will be taking over as Chief Creative Officer of Pixar Animation, and
who is Pete's doctor?
I don't know. Who's Pete?
Who's this dragon?
You're a dragon.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So the two people that will be taking over will be Pete Docter, who will become the Chief Creative Officer of Pixar Animation, and Jennifer Lee will be the Chief Creative Officer of Disney Animation Studios. All right, so for those of you who do not know who Pete Docter and Jennifer Lee are, I'm going to tell you right now. Pete Docter was the director of Up and Inside Out.
I hope he's got ideas.
I'm sure he has ideas. He directed Up and Inside Out. And he also directed Monsters, Inc. He's been with Pixar almost since the beginning.
Cool.
Jennifer Lee was the director of Tim's favorite movie.
Wall-E?
Frozen,
obviously.
Oh, well.
And Jennifer Lee was co-writer on Wreck-It Ralph. And then she was co-director along with Chris Buck on Frozen. She is currently in production on Frozen 2. And she's also a producer on Ralph Breaks the Internet.
You know, I watched the trailer for Ralph Breaks the Internet when we saw Incredibles 2. And there were stormtroopers in it. I thought that was really cool. I'd noticed it before, but
I was going to say there was
I just thought
in the one we watched here on the podcast.
There were, yes.
Because they even talk in the trailer.
Yes. You know, come back here. And then she disappears into the thing. I just wanted to talk about stormtroopers.
Okay. So good luck to both of those, all of Disney Animation and Pixar and stuff, on their new leaders. Well, starting next year.
What do you think John Lasseter was actually doing for his job other than appearances and whatever? Like, what do you think his day-to-day role in the company was?
Probably a lot more than what you're thinking.
No, I mean, I'm wondering. I don't know how extensive.
I mean, somebody who's the chief creative officer of all of Disney Animation, like all of Disney Animation, I mean, it's obvious that that's why they maybe or they're splitting it up because either they don't think that one person can handle the whole job, or it was obviously too much for him to be able to handle, and maybe that's why there was some, some people might say there was some missteps. I don't really think I don't know if there's really necessarily been any missteps the last few years.
What I'm wondering is any of his role, or was any of his role ceremonial?
No, I don't think so at all. Not at all. If anything, his role just increased because he used to be he just started out just as director of a lot of movies, and then he moved up to, I believe he was just head of Pixar, right? Because he was with Pixar when Pixar wasn't even part of Disney.
Yep.
And he was head of Pixar.
Well, he's the guy that came up with Toy Story, is what it comes down to.
Right. Well, besides that, he did other things before that, but
Toy Story was the first thing that they did.
no, it wasn't.
That Pixar did?
Yeah.
It was the first full-length animated feature.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, they did.
It was not the first thing they
did
did.
some shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First thing they worked on was actually way back in 1984.
I'm wearing shorts.
Me too.
Me too.
Oh man, I got to put pants on now.
Bye. So, just to say that, Lasseter ended up being basically the chief creative probably at Pixar at one point, and then at some point his success led him to becoming basically overseer of all Disney animation. So, it may have been a case where he got spread a little thin, and that's why they're backing down to having both animation divisions have different people heading them up. So maybe that way it keeps it separated.
The Disney animation division people thought was kind of dead for a while.
I don't know who thought that.
For a while there, they weren't doing anything.
When? They've always had movies coming out.
I don't know, Princess and the Frog, and after, what came out?
Lots of stuff. Do you want me to do we need to go in and look at a filmography of all Disney movies that have come out, or are you just
Sure,
saying
if
that
you
whatever
want to.
has come out since Princess and the Frog, you're saying that it hasn't been good? Like it or not,
I'm saying it's a dark,
whether you
a
like it
dark
or not,
time.
Frozen came after Princess and the Frog, and Frozen made Disney a ton of money.
Well, in between, I'm talking about.
Wasn't Frozen right after Princess and the Frog?
Was it?
I believe so.
And how many years in between? Because I remember having conversations with people that are that involved in animation that I know. We're basically saying that Disney animation had been kind of dwindled down.
I think that's what the naysayers want you to believe, because naysayers tend to be haters on everything. And if you want to talk about the dead period, it's not what you're talking about. It's completely off, because if anything, the dead period would be from. Now I will get arguments from people, including the person in the other room, that all the way from basically Fantasia 2000 through Dinosaur, Emperor's New Groove, Atlantis, Lilo and Stitch, Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet's the best one ever.
Brother Bear, Home on the Range, Chicken
Those-
Little.
yeah, those were all
Meet the
dark,
Robinsons, and Bolt.
Yeah.
All of those,
Bolt's
with the
really
exception
good, too.
of
I know the Robinsons.
Brother Bear, which is the amazing of all that group.
Eh.
And then, there's other people that have their preferences, but that's a pretty weak group. Would you not agree that compared to other periods, it's that Rebecca's in the other room testing me lies, but that's because she loves Emperor's New Groove.
Oh.
And she also loves Atlantis. But I happen to consider it a kind of a weak point. Home on the Range, I think, was the rock bottom of that period.
Treasure Planet's way better than Atlantis. What's the text say?
She said, you haven't even seen that movie yet.
Which one?
I don't know. Which one? Oh.
Yeah, I watched 10 minutes. I was like, this is a pile of crap. It looks like DreamWorks made it.
DreamWorks has some really good animateds. What are you talking about?
I'm just messing with her.
Anyways, you're talking about after Princess and the Frog, when I would have to disagree with you, because after the Princess and the Frog was Tangled, which did really well, Winnie the Pooh, which would have done better if it hadn't been a 60-minute movie, and nobody wanted to pay
Well,
full price to go
Tangled's
see
the best one.
a 60-minute movie. Wreck-It Ralph was after that, and then
It's
Frozen.
Pixar, no?
What?
Isn't
No.
Wreck-It Ralph Pixar?
No.
Well, it's computer animation.
I don't care whether it's computer animation.
So is Aladdin.
Boom.
Phone drop.
Hand-drawn computer animation?
It's computer. First movie in computer being done by a computer.
Okie dokie. I don't know.
Wreck-It Ralph,
I may
Frozen,
have been wrong.
Big Hero 6, Zootopia, Moana. I think that's a pretty solid group.
Moana's a
from
pile of
Princess and
crap.
the Frog all the way on. I think that's a pretty solid group. As far as movies go, it's a pretty solid group. So there's no reason to say that Disney animation has been on a decline when you've had a solid group like Frozen, Tangled, Zootopia, and all those that are pretty good. I mean, and how many of those have gotten sequels? Wreck-It Ralph's getting a sequel. Frozen's getting a sequel. Tangled has a TV show.
I may have been incorrect.
Big Hero 6 has a TV show.
I've seen 2 episodes.
Zootopia should have a TV show.
It may have been that they were talking about how
Moana's got The Rock.
I mean, he may become president someday. That doesn't make him too great.
Don't ever speak ill of The Rock again.
Exactly, Jabroni.
Yeah.
Do
Know your role.
Do you think that saying he could be president is speaking ill of him?
Know your role and shut your mouth.
Your pie hole.
If you smell what Anthony is
Not cooking. He's not cooking anything.
He put his eyebrow up. His finger. That's funny. All right, well, we're going to move on.
Yes.
And I want to, real quick, guess what?
Chicken butt.
No! Hey, we are now on Snapchat.
Uh-oh.
Why?
I don't know why.
Porn?
Ew, you're nasty. We are now on Snapchat, so if you guys want to, I don't know what you guys do on Snapchat. Just look us up, MousePIRE, or go over to our Facebook page and all the social medias, and
You should snap us.
you can be a snapper. Is that what they call it? They call snappers?
Whippersnappers.
No, that's Anthony.
I have no idea.
Anyway, we're on
I'm pretty
Snapchat.
sure it's whippersnappers, right?
I have no idea. So head over to Snapchat and find us. And if you can't find us and you really, really want to follow or wherever they do over there, just email us, send us a message.
MousePIRE@gmail.com.
I don't know how hard it is to find MousePIRE on Snapchat. If all you have to do is search MousePIRE. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, Snapchat. Check it out. Hey, guess what, guys? We actually have some snappers.
Whippersnappers.
No. Nobody calls it that.
Oh, this just in. We got a new snapper.
Whoa.
So we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 snappers.
Have you snapped anything yet?
No, I'm going to do it on Saturday.
Okay.
On Saturday, I will start my snappiness.
Yeah, see, the problem is you have to remember to do it.
I will probably forget.
Because the whole point of that is you have to basically do video. So
Yeah.
you really, you have no choice. So basically, anytime you're at the parks, you need to be shooting, snapping, and
I'm going to snap with the snappers.
I don't know. And make sure you show a little bit of skin because that's what's required on Snapchat. I don't
Okay, I'll try to do that.
do it topless or
If I don't get kicked out by security.
show off your bag. Bag cam.
Whoa, that's a good idea. All right, so yeah, be a snapper and come snap us or whatever it is.
Snap at it.
Just a reminder that tickets for Ant-Man and the Wasp are now on sale. They went on sale today, and you can get tickets for that. That comes out on July 6th. And there are, I know that AMC is doing a fan event double feature where you can see the original Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp on the day before it comes out, and whatever the timing works out for that, where your early showing of Ant-Man and the Wasp will be at 6 p.m. and whatever else.
Cool.
So, and also don't forget you can go over to Tomorrowland Theater at Disneyland and check out your sneak peek of Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then go see the movie, or you can just go see the movie.
Do you prefer females or males? None of that matters. We have the male.
All right, so we have our first email. Guess who it's from?
Giselle the Gazelle.
No.
Well, she needs to write in because I like her. She's funny.
Michael.
No.
Okay.
Dumbo Lady Elizabeth.
No.
Ernesto.
You guys suck.
Oh, well, I mean, these are all people I like to hear from.
It's Rachel Hayes.
Hey, Rachel, this is 4?
Evil number 4 is the subject.
Whoa.
Wow.
I better get to getting on the coming up with that name. I mean, after all, I do have to come up with a new podcast name as well. So I'll come up with a new podcast and a new nickname for Rachel.
And then everybody else will get to changing everything.
All right. As she says, it's email number 4, and I went to the parks on Saturday. I got to meet the redhead, and she's an awesome character.
Yeah.
Go see her if you get a chance. The line for Pirates said 45 minutes, but it actually ended up being 30, and it constantly moved. It wasn't terrible. I do wish I could have sat for a while in front of the new scene to understand it better. I agree with you because I don't even know what she said or what anybody said. So I do have to go check that out too. What's with the chickens? And yes, Davy Jones and Blackbeard are still talking at the exit. We went to try the ratatouille and cheese plate, and it was so good. I've never had ratatouille before, and it's something I like to eat again. Yeah, she has some fat time in the parks. They did cancel the fireworks on us that night. It was really windy all day, and I guess they'd be canceled earlier in the day, so I wasn't too disappointed. My question. That is funny because I think we just talked about this, or Anthony just named a few of these. She says, what is everyone's favorite underrated or underrepresented Disney movie? I have 3. Hunchback of Notre Dame, Rescuers Down Under, and The Emperor's New Groove. Until next week, when I get a nickname, Rachel.
My top 3 are Bolt, Meet the Robinsons, and Treasure Planet.
It's kind of weird that they're all from the same, like,
Well,
5
that's
years.
the underrepresented time. You just got through explaining that to us.
There's more than that, but Brother Bear for sure, because I'm pretty sure most people underrate Brother Bear, underappreciate it. Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
Well, that's a good choice.
Let's see. Feel free to blurt out anything if you got anything.
I don't have anything.
I only got one more.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is Meet the Robinsons. I like that movie.
I've never seen that one.
I like it because I've watched it more than once. I'll watch it, when it comes on Disney Channel, or, I'll put it on. I'm just trying to think of any other.
I mean, I'm trying to think of something that's truly underappreciated that I really like, but I mean, because you can't really say something that's underappreciated if it's gotten like a series. Like I would say that, you might say that not enough people talk about Big Hero 6, but it is getting the series. I think Zootopia is greatly underappreciated. I mean, I think it does have a lot of people still talk about it, but the fact that there's no sign of, you don't really see a lot of signs of it anymore. I mean, yeah, I guess they still have Nick and Judy in the park, so I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if that really qualifies. I mean, because I really like it, but.
What?
I don't know.
You just stopped mid-sentence because
I have nothing. I don't know what the third one would be.
Oh.
Well, she just gave her 3. She just asked us what ours were.
Oh.
So it doesn't have to be 3. Okay.
No, it doesn't have to be 3. But you know what? I like Hunchback too. I love the music in that. The music in Hunchback was awesome, and I miss actually hearing the music. All right, thank you for your email, Rachel, and
I'll get working on that.
Yeah, Anthony has to
trying to think
do
of that
some work.
name.
Rootin' Tootin' Rachel. You cringe, but you never know. She might cringe at what you come up with for her.
Doesn't matter what she thinks about what I come up with.
That's the name. Deal with it.
Deal with it.
What about Rootin' Tootin' Tim?
all right. So our next email is from Michael, the OG mail guy.
Michael.
Says Michael, the OG mail guy here. Long time no email. Just checking in because I know Ratman misses me. Thanks to the listeners that messaged me about if Michael the mail guy was alive. I appreciate the message, but how did you find the right Michael Facebook profile? Exactly. He has like 20 of them. How did you find the right
That's
Michael?
just because he gets booted so often and he can just switch to the next profile.
He says, I have been going to the parks on Mondays, which have been busy like yesterday. Summer crowds are here. No invite. Dress cool because the summer heat is here. I will be at opening day of Pixar Pier, and it will be my first time going to the park on a Saturday in 5 years. Wow.
Because he's been blocked out.
Yes. A special announcement in the fall about one of my unofficial events, exclusive here on MousePIRE. All right, so I guess we're going to hear that later.
Is it a fundraiser?
All right, now it's time for Michael's Dirty Award. The Dirty Award goes to the Disneyland app. 2 times the Disneyland app had our arrive times changed on us. I saw some people posting about the app glitching 2 weeks ago, and everyone said to always clear the app and refresh, but that still didn't work. Here is one example. After riding Racers 5:20 p.m., we had fast passes for Space Mountain at 6 o'clock. We got there at 6:05, and our passes were not scanning. Cast member checks our ticket and tells us it's at 6:30. We had 2 different phones using MaxPass, and both phones' times changed. Don't know what's going on, but dirty. Well, I haven't heard anything about the apps glitching like that. The first time I've ever heard of it. All right, questions. What is everyone looking forward to in Pixar Pier? Well, if you've been listening, you know Anthony don't care because he's a grumpy old man.
Mm-hmm.
Tim, well, you know what? I was looking forward to Bing Bong.
I was.
So
we were both looking forward to, just being in the presence of a Bing Bong. I wanted to just walk in the store and be like, Bing Bong, Bing Bong, Bing Bong, Bing Bong.
I think we should have a meetup time on Saturday.
Yeah.
And we all meet where it's supposed to be and do it anyway.
How's the song go? You remember? I like to be the Bing Bong, Bing Bong, Bing Bong, Bing Bong.
Who's the friend who likes to play
Bing Bong, Bing Bong?
That's
Who's
what-
the friend who's done it? Bing Bong, Bing Bong. So we got to learn the song first.
Yes.
And then we can go be
Yes.
assholes.
Yes. All right. What is the first Pixar Pier food you will try? I don't know. I have no idea.
I mean, I'm going to try whatever I'm closest to. Haven't you already tried the
ice
one
cream?
item, the ice cream slushie?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's still up on my list. I haven't done it yet, but
And Anthony's grumpy old man, so he's probably not going to try any Pixar food.
What are you talking about? I want that drink.
Yeah, Anthony wants the grape soda, raspberry limeade, and whatever swirl soda. I don't know what it was, but yeah, that's what Anthony wants. But we have to wait for damn Bing Bong to open.
Bang Bong, Bang Bong.
All right, so next question is, who wants to call now how the $300 event will turn out?
Literally, the only way that it's going to be possible for anybody to justify that the price was worth the event is somebody who just has money to throw away.
Right.
There's no way that a private event, including 1, 2 or 3 rides, and a bunch of food places, there's no way that that's worth $300. I mean, why would they think that that's worth $300 when other events are not?
But the question is, how do you think it's going to turn out?
I think it's going to turn out with a bunch of unhappy people thinking that they wasted their money. That's what I was
There you
getting.
go.
That's basically what I was getting at.
Now, Michael the Mail Guy's Tip of the Week.
All right, so Michael's tip of the week. Summer heat is here and sunscreen is a must. Yesterday, my lady had family in town and jumped on the AP discount deal. Oh, that's pretty cool. Everyone got a sunburn and really red. You can see many people in the park red like tomatoes. Bring sunscreen and save your body the pain. Till then, this is Michael, the OG Mail Guy, saying bye.
Bye.
All right, thank you for your email, Michael, the OG Mail Guy. Yeah, Ratman has really missed you a lot.
Yeah.
All right, next email is from Dan the Mailman.
Hello, Dan.
And lucky me got one of those small text emails. Woohoo!
You know, I know for a fact that Dan just left the park and he is currently on the bus.
Yes, Dan is currently on assignment. He would have been here today, but as I don't know if that was on the podcast, or if that was off air, that he mentioned that he was going to go see Suburban Legends over at Downtown Disney, and trying to find out when exactly the stage over there in Downtown Disney is going to be closing, or whether that is the last performance or not.
All right, his subject line is properly worn EB, says I. What's up, guys? Obviously not in the MousePIRE studio today. I will probably return next week. Went to go help shut down the stage in Downtown Disney with Suburban Legends. Always love seeing them play there in the resort. This will be the last time in Downtown Disney, and we never know about TLT because of the weird way they are doing things. Saw Red and the new scene last week, and hopefully will today as well. You know what? It looks fine. It doesn't stick out as not being part of the feel of the ride, and I'm glad the animatronics does something other than basically just twist a little. Did she do something else other than that with her arm? Maybe. I don't remember. Got to be the Rebel spy later that day.
Whoa.
So it was a good day. He says, FYI, going up the waterfall still has the voices of both Davy Jones and Blackbeard, so that's officially the only piece of the characters left in the ride. The Incredibles was incredible, but can you say episode 7? I'll explain more when I return next week, but I'm sure I'm going to have an unpopular opinion.
Will he even be allowed to talk about episode 7?
We'll see.
Question. How long do you see the waits being crazy for the 2 things that open on Pixar Pier this weekend? We saw Guardians really crazy the first week, but calmed down quite a bit, and it was easily manageable even in standby really quickly. What's your take? Hopefully back live in the studio next week. Dan out.
Cool.
I wonder if they have enough queue, or if they think if they have like a backstage area already kind of set aside, like what they did with Guardians, how they were using backstage as for queue. Remember?
Yeah.
So I wonder if there's any backstage over there that they can use, or whether it's one of those things where they're just going to have the line is just going to come out the main entrance, and then it's going to like wrap up and meet the line from Abominable Treats. Since the line from Abominable Treats comes down this way, is the line from Incredicoaster going to go up the other side?
That line usually went that way anyway.
What the
Incredicoaster, or
right,
screaming. It came down and went that way when they were
up towards the ice cream.
Yeah, it started back there.
Right.
When it was really busy.
Right. So, I mean, unless they have some backstage place to put the line, then they're going to have to figure out something to do with the Abominable Treats line. If the Abominable Treats line is still as long as what it's been, otherwise they're going to have issues. Especially if the line gets up to like 3-4 hours, which I don't know if the queue that they have is prepared for that.
Right. Well, with anything that opens, that's brand new that opens, there's always going to be a big line. I will go on the Incredicoaster with a Fast Pass or something, or Dash Pass, whatever they're called. I'm not going to wait in line for the ride if it's that long. I won't wait more than 30 minutes for a ride if I really, really want to go on it. Yeah, I mean, things are just going to be crazy packed and everything. And I mean, I don't see any reason why to go on the Pixar Pal around. It's not a big deal. Nothing new in Toy Story Mania. The only thing anybody wants to go see is the Incredicoaster. So
everybody's going to be in line for that.
Exactly. So we'll see what happens. I will be there Saturday.
Sábado.
You?
Thursday for sure.
No, we're talking about Saturday.
Oh, I will be there Saturday morning. Yeah, definitely. There's a couple of there's a Funko that comes out on Saturday morning.
Yeah, why don't you pick me up one of those while you're there?
Yeah, give me one
I'll
too.
see what happens. I don't know how early we're going to get there. You should just come Saturday morning. It'll be easy.
Nah.
Yeah, well, I don't know why
May
you're
I
so lazy
suggest
these days.
that since you like to park at the stupid place, that if you're going to go there, they're going to have the Funko Pop at Wonderground.
Yeah.
So
that's where I would
might be
go.
the best place to get it, because people won't think about that right away. Everybody's going to be heading straight to like
Bizarro.
Bazaar. Yeah, everybody's going to be heading straight to Bazaar.
Which Bazaar?
The Bazaar where that's going to be sold.
Oh,
Adventureland Bazaar. Not How Bizarre.
Well, last time there was a line for people that wanted to buy it in the park, and there was a line for people that wanted to buy it. Or there's a line for people that could buy it in the park, and there's a line for people that were just downtown Disney, and the people that could buy it in the park cleared them out, and then Wonderground still had it. Or back then, that was the Snowman. It would have been D Street, still had it for like most of the day. Who knows what's going to happen? So play it by elbow, according to you guys. And then go inside to Pixar Pier and check it out. You'll be there in the morning, first thing?
I am going to try to get there early as I can. We'll see. No guarantees.
I'm going to go so far as to say, don't be a bitch. Come hang out with us, Anthony.
What?
What? Exactly. You can't ignore me.
All right, thank you for...
No es bueno es beach. Come hang out with us.
All right, thank you for your email, Dan the Mailman.
I can't speak Spanish.
All right, so if anybody else have any tip of the weeks, tip of the day, you have any comments, questions?
I have a tip of the week. You don't have to go to Pixar Pier on
Friday.
Saturday.
Oh, really?
For the opening, if you're already going to the Disney Parks blog event.
2 weeks later.
All right, so if you have any of those, all you have to do is email us. mousepire@gmail.com. All right, I have a Dirty Award to give out.
Whoa.
Dirty Award.
Whoa.
It's my turn for a Dirty Award.
No, it's dirty.
And listen to the Disney Universe podcast. It's one of their hosts on there.
Uh-oh. I'm going to have to check it out.
And my Dirty Award, can you guess who it goes to?
This is for Corey?
No, it's not Corey.
For Joey?
Not Joey.
Okay. That's only two I remember the names.
Well, Corey was there, and I believe he's gone now, and they have a new one. They have Ryan.
Oh, yeah, I just know that Corey shut down the All Aboard podcast.
Right. So it's Ryan and Joey. Well, my Dirty Award goes to Ryan. Now, D23 was 17, right? The last one?
Yes.
Okay. So Joey hit me up to do some buttons for us to give out, which I did. And about 2 weeks ago or so, I got a message over about doing buttons, and this was from Ryan. And he wanted me to do some buttons for him. And, back and forth, how much it's going to cost. Well, I'm like, how many do you want? And he's like, I want this many. Okay, and I need them by this time. I guess there's a con coming up or something they're going to be going to. And he wanted to give them out to that. Okay, cool. So I'm the type of person who, if somebody wants an order by a certain time, I'm going to do my best to get it to them. So I'm like, okay, this is how much it's going to cost, plus shipping, blah, 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 blah. I hear nothing back.
Uh-oh.
I hear nothing. I understand sometimes people are busy. Stuff like that. It happens.
You'll wait.
And the only thing I'm thinking about is, this thing is coming up soon and, nothing. So I sent a message. Do you want me to start the order? So I can start printing and doing all that kind of stuff. Nothing. Left me hanging. I believe the thing they're going to is this weekend or whatever. Dirty. Very, very dirty. Left me hanging. Could have said, oh, no, not this time. Blah, 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 blah. And, yeah. So, my Dirty Award goes to Ryan. You're dirty.
Handle your boy, Joey.
I was going to send Joey a message too, but hopefully he's listening and he can say, hey, you got giving us a bad name.
I believe he's tooling with you, sir.
Do you have a special occasion coming up? Looking to personalize your trip with a keepsake? Create customized buttons for birthdays, engagements, family vacations, even bridal parties, or just because. Check out buttonsbydiggs.com today. Buttons by Diggs, Buttons by Diggs. Remember, those are buttons, not pins.
All right, so that's going to do it for this episode of the MousePIRE Podcast as Tim over here falls asleep.
Yawning. I mean, it is like late at night.
It's not any later than it usually is.
It's 12:16.
Late? I still have 5 hours to go.
Until?
I go to bed.
Really?
Yeah. It's not that late.
Like at 5 a.m. you say, all right, now's when I'm going to close my eyes.
At 5 a.m. is when I turn my TV off.
Oh, you just, no matter what, it goes off at 5?
No, about 5:14. I don't know.
I leave the TV on and I just
No,
roll
I can't
over.
do that.
You can't sleep with the TV on?
Nope.
I can, but
You
I
can't
don't
either?
like it.
Nope.
Oh.
No, there has to be complete darkness.
It ends up.
Apparently, neither of us
It
are going to
ends
be
up-
in a relationship together because,
Whoa,
among other things,
They're breaking
I have
up.
to sleep with the TV
they're
on.
breaking up.
At least found out these things early.
So yeah, don't forget Saturday's grand opening of partial Pixar Pier.
Basically, it's the grand opening of the Incredicoaster.
Basically, that's all people
On
are going to go there
Saturday?
for. Yes.
And a couple of rethemed food.
Is that Pixar
Stands.
ball going to be there yet?
I have no
ball.
idea.
They're supposed to
Oh,
be
the
like
what- the wet ball?
Luxo what ball.
The wet ball.
That's
that-
the thing I'm most
do
excited to see.
we even know where that's supposed to be?
I'm gonna.
Probably somewhere over on the boardwalk by the games.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is there anybody else here of the three of us that are going to refuse to say pal around like anytime other than right now?
Besides us?
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm not going to say it all.
This is the only time I think I want to say it.
I didn't even say it.
I have no
You've
opinion.
said it though. I heard it.
I didn't say it earlier.
No,
I
no.
said
Last week.
I referred to gondolas.
Yes.
Yeah. Gondola.
You're a gondola.
Thank you. I've never been to Venice.
So don't forget, there's going to be a lot of people over there. There's going to be long lines for everything. So if you're heading there Saturday, be prepared.
Be prepared.
And if you don't want to deal with all that, well, then go to Disneyland and pick out Red.
If you don't care about riding the Incredicoaster or the Mickey's Fun Wheel 2.0 or Midway Mania,
Then just do what you
that's the
always
same
do.
as it always was, then just, don't go.
Yeah,
Let us walk around and check stuff out.
I'm not.
Well, that's because you're, as I said earlier, I won't say it again. It's okay.
Because I have no reason to go. I don't need to see it the first day. There's nothing really to see. I'll go over there and take pictures. I want to see the chicken place.
Don't forget, you can take advantage of the annual pass deal. Get a couple of buddies in for a cheap price, or cheap discounted price. Not cheap, but discounted.
Cheaper.
Yeah, cheaper price goes till September something. And as far as blackout dates lifted, well, too bad those are done. So
Yeah, pretty much. My pass expires in less than a month.
bye.
Yeah.
Well, you've been making the payment. You can just continue to make the payment.
What?
You just renew it.
No, I wasn't making a payment. I had it paid off
Oh.
just for the last few months.
All right, so yeah, take advantage of that deal. I think it's pretty cool. As you heard, Michael the Mail Guy used that deal for some family, so that's pretty cool. And have fun when you're over there. Take your sunscreen and lock up your strollers.
Definitely a lot better deal than some of the deals they've had in the past where we've predicted that basically nobody will use it.
Right.
Or one of those stupid deals like, I don't know. I can't even think of any of the ones off the
No, I
top
have
of my
a
head.
feeling this one's going to get used.
Oh, yeah, this one will get used. But, I mean, in the past, we've rightfully predicted, oh, this is probably a deal that nobody's going to use because it doesn't really help anybody. But, yeah, this one is one that definitely a lot of people are going to take advantage of. 'cause-
Everybody has friends that get asked by their AP. Your friends ask you as an AP, do you get any sort of hookup?
Right.
It happens all the time.
And that's when you say,
And you
yeah,
say
my hookup
no.
is,
Disney
come on
doesn't-
down to get an AP.
Disney offers 0 hookups for anyone ever.
Yeah, we're not even getting discounts on our AP renewal anymore.
But now they are offering some sort of hookup. This is sort of reminiscent of the
they're offering
free
better
birthday. Remember the free birthday that they did a few years back? Maybe 10 or 12 years back.
That was in 99, or it was in 09.
It was in 2009.
It was in 2009. Because I know because my
almost
mom
10 years ago.
My mom and I went on her free birthday. All right, so as usual, we are, for now, MousePIRE on Facebook and at MousePIRE on the Twitters and the Instagram, and apparently also on the Snapchat, whoever
Snappies.
the hell is going to be using Snapchat and not looking at porn.
Snapdragons. That's another one.
No.
No.
Snappies.
No.
But we're going to have to change all these things.
Snappers.
And, well, I'm not going to give you my social medias because I'm done with social media. I'm not going to be going on it because that's where all the Star Wars people are, and I'm done with it. No more social media for me. Bye.
See ya.
Who's this fresh guy?
Anthony has Facebook. He's on my friends list. Just try to find him. I'm Tim Fresh One something. Listen to one of the other episodes if you really want to mess.
Yeah, if you really want to be friends with me on Facebook, find Tim and then find me.
Find the fox on my friends list. Who's this guy?
I am Diggs, and you can find me on Instagram at Baloo1313. Also, follow Buttons by Diggs on Instagram. There you will see your button orders going out. And if you ever send me a message about custom buttons, don't be dirty. Make sure you respond either yes, I'm going to do it, or no, sorry, I can't do it this time. That's fine with me. Just, don't be dirty. Get back to me. And don't forget, you can also visit dgpclothing.com. Get your former MousePIRE gear. That's D as in Dono, G as in Goofy, P as in Pluto, clothing.com. And hey, head over to patreon.com. Help support the podcast. That's patreon.com/MousePIRE. Any amount will do, especially our awesome $3 Michael the Mail Guy special. Head over to YouTube. Check out the podcast there. And I want to let everybody know on YouTube, I really appreciate you guys listening to us. I know we have people who actually listen to us and wait for our YouTube to come out. Once again, I apologize for our episode being late. Tim the Tech was really, really busy with E3, and he also did a Vans, some kind of thing with Vans.
They can't dance?
No, Vans. You know, the shoes? There was some kind of event where they were showing the new line coming out, and he set up for that, sent me some pictures, were pretty cool. So, appreciate you guys waiting for the episodes. Check it out on YouTube if you guys haven't been over there yet. Just search MousePIRE Podcast on YouTube.
Snatch up all that MousePIRE merchandise because it will soon be very, very rare.
That means it'll be worth money.
Exactly. Probably not. And those of you looking for a little special something, pay special attention to the title of this week's episode, which I already know, which is unusual. And if anybody can tell me, email us, mousepire@gmail.com, and let me know what the title of this week's episode is referencing. You will win a prize.
Maybe a former MousePIRE t-shirt.
Yes, exactly.
Ooh.
And just a note, there is only one of two things that I will accept as the answer to the reference of this week's podcast episode name. So until next time, remember, why pay $300 for something where you can just wait and get it for free? So for Bigfoot, Yeti, and the Loch Ness Monster, I'm Anthony.
I'm Tim.
I'm Diggs.
Bye.
This deal is getting worse all the time.
We're doomed.
This podcast is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. Audio, sound bites, and other clips are property of their copyright holders. All original stuff is ours and property of MousePIRE.com.
I don't think you're going to fit on a Segway.
Wow.
That was a good one.
You want an inappropriate hug? Bang, bong, bang, bong. When am I going to pay attention long enough so that I'm not always the last one to know things? When am I going to pay attention so that I'm not... I can't do it.
Fine, just do what you can from that first one.
No, give me a second. I'll do it. It got me going. That hurts my side. I gotta tear. What does this mean for the podcast? Should we have a contest to pick a new name? Does Anthony ever shut up? Anthony El Bicho? He laughed at that
Yes,
one.
you are.